Hello, and welcome to a quick introduction to Livescripts on MATLAB. So to begin, we're going to start by opening MATLAB, which is right here, and then we're going to proceed to create a Livescript. So we can create a Livescript by starting right over here, clicking New Livescript. If for some reason we have a Livescript already open, we can always just click the New button, and for more specifics, we can click down and decide what we want to open. So a Livescript will start with a line of code, which we can tell is a line of code because it has a number right next to it, which in this case is 1 because we're just starting. And there's a grayish tint to the place you write in. So we're going to start with a really quick command of just 1 plus 1 to make sure that it works. So we click 1 plus 1, and we're going to run the code right now. Okay, 1 plus 1, and it gives us the answer is 2. So that's how we know this code and it's working. In addition to code, Livescripts allows you to insert text as you go. You can do that by clicking text up at the top. Now, this is essentially like adding a sticky note or some other sort of annotation into your code. It does not affect the code or how it will run, but it allows you to have a documentation of what happens at each step. So let's start with a heading. There are different types. We're going to go intro to Livescripts. Then you can just have some normal text. So here is some text. There we go. Now, if we want to return back to code, we just go and click code, and we have some more code. So let's try defining a variable x equals 1. Now, when I run it, my answer is 2, and x is 1. Now, I want to add another line. Let's add 1 to x. There we go. Let's try it again. X is 1, and then x becomes 2 because I just added 1 to it. So now let's document what we did. So here we define x as 1 and then add 1 to it. Okay, now we can continue on with another step. So let's add 1 more. So I want to go back to code because I'd like to go back to my code. And as you can see, the numbers increase by 1 each time I reopen it. So that means it's 1 continuous code, and we can make sure of that by adding 1 more to x. And when we run it again, we go all the way to x equals 3, which means it's reading off of the lines of code before it. Another way to check that is if we go to the step function. So on the step function, it'll start up here, and each time we step, it'll run 1 line of code. If for some reason we have more complicated things, we can step in to go deeper into a line, or step out to go back out to the main code. Can go through, and then we have all the way through to x equals 3, and we want to finish up, we can click continue. In addition, we also have the command window. In the command window, it's similar to the same page that came when we started up MATLAB. We can start with just simple calculations. Anything will instantly run when you click enter. So 1 plus 1, we get back 2. We can do things like 3 times 4, we get back 12. We can also check our variables. So I put x, it's following from the code above because last x was over here in the workspace as 3. It's back to 3. I can also put x 0 just by running the code. Now x is 0. If I want to run more than 1 line in the command window, I can do so by setting a shift and then enter. So I go x equals 1, shift, enter, x equals x plus 1. And then we made x 1 and added 1 to it. So we get x is 1. Then we added 1, so x is 2. Now, once I'm done with my Livescript, I've set up my code and I've set up my text and I know the different ways to run it. I can save it. You just click the save button. It'll ask you where on your computer you want to save and what you'd like to call it. So let's go intro to Livescript. And then we can save, and we've got a file, intro to Livescripts, right up here. We open it, we get exactly what we just did. Thank you so much for watching this video.